So on first day we visited Srebrenica, and it was really impressive, and it weighed heavy on all of us because that history, that burden of a history is not easy for one people to take on to themselves. And I think it really helped us to understand what the people of Bosnia and Herzegovina had to go through, and also kind of explained the mentality that they have and that we experienced in our exchange, that maybe we thought, oh, this is they think about this differently than we do, but then when we visited Srebrenica, we think we saw one of the origins why they have different mentalities than we do.
Every year our school is coming here with our second graders in hope that they will learn from the site what actually happened in their country, and to learn that this should never ever happen, not only in Bosnia but anywhere in the world. So we really hope that is the best lesson that we can give them here. The students that came from Switzerland, from Luzern, I really hope that they will take with them the truth, bit of the truth, which is located here, that they learned what truly happened here to these people. And if they start any discussion in the future with their teachers or with their peers or with anyone, they will be able to say something about Srebrenica because they experienced it today. I truly hope that that's going to be a proper way of explaining what happened to Srebrenica and people here. Yeah.
On one single place they have killed about 1,000 people, and then that column parted into two groups. Just the smaller one, about 1/3 of people from that group, they managed to cross this road, Nova Kasaba, Konjević Polje, and then they go to the free territory. The rest of group stayed here. They were stuck, you know. Most of them were surrounded, actually thousands of them were surrounded. But some people organized themselves in smaller group, and then they decided to come back here in Srebrenica, and then they made secret shelters.
Okay, we are now in Potočari cemetery, as you can see, and now this is the place for almost 6,500 bodies that were located, remains of the people who died in this area, so Eastern Bosnia. And on these blocks here you can actually see all the names listed of mostly men who actually were killed during this July 1995 in Srebrenica. This is really painful place for everyone who is from Bosnia, and even the ones who come outside, because it is the proof of what actually happened in this period in July 1995 on safe zone, how was called this place. People in Srebrenica and Potočari, they did not know that this is going to happen to them. They believe that they will be saved, that they will be rescued, that nothing bad is going to happen to them. Unfortunately, men were separated from women and children, and they were brutally killed in different areas here in Eastern Bosnia. Remains of those men were found in many different locations, mass tombs, not even primary tombs, but even secondary and tertiary. So the remains were moved from side to side. There were actually evidences of one body, remains of the one body was found in 7 different locations. Today, with the help of the DNA, forensics, the families who still looking for their loved ones can actually find them somewhere in Bosnia. There are still 1,600 and something remains to be found. People, I'm not really sure if they believe that they are still alive. They just want to find them and to, well, give them proper burial here at Srebrenica.
I really thought it was impressive to be here. So, but yeah, it was definitely an experience that I think everybody in Bosnia, or maybe just in general, everybody should do, because it's not talked about enough, I think, the genocide here. So it's really, yeah, I mean, it's a huge difference to learn about it in a classroom or in the internet from Wikipedia or something, but to then actually be here and to see the places where it happened. We can still see the bullet holes in the walls, and then to go to the cemetery and then see the actual gravestones of the people, and you just see how many it really affected, even though.
As someone who had this war experience during all 4 years of the aggression on Bosnia and Herzegovina, in this moment I feel really happy to see that my country is developed and that things are changed, and that the things after the war were significantly changed with a lot of steps forward. But as someone with a war experience, I'm always afraid of the moments that maybe sometimes it could happen again, and definitely it's worth to speak and to collaborate and to try to find solution for the years instead of have a war for a month. So that's what I really hope, that people in Bosnia, after living a war and having the worst experiences you can imagine, if you've been in Bosnia, or if you've been in Sarajevo, if you've been a refugee during the war. So I really hope that none of my students, my kids or young members of my family will have this experience ever. Yeah, what was really significant is that at the beginning of war in Ukraine and aggression on Ukraine, we could recognize so many images similar to those that happened to us. But there is a big difference, because people in Bosnia were left under embargo without possibility to get some arms and to protect themselves, while people in Ukraine have the whole support of the whole world. And sometimes it makes us a little bit sad that when we think about the fact that we actually had to survive 4 years of war with no help of that type. So I would say that these two wars are significantly different, as Ukraine fortunately has the support of the whole world, and we unfortunately were left to survive in a way that we could find.
I hope that we will never have such places ever nowhere else in the world. I really hope that mass killings like this will be stopped by those who can stop this, because people here truly believed in international community, which unfortunately was unable to help. So I hope that with us here, with you there in rest of the Europe, we will be able to stop anything like this to happen ever again.